with Amp and Ursa and Nation Prophet.
All right, thanks, gentlemen.
Level 2, they get like a lot of spiders out up, then maybe, but it's already a Soul Ring coming up for the Ursa. 15 and 3 CS.
Yeah, and he's, as you say, he's going to have a much easier time keeping that CS advantage. Roll in. Didn't quite make the connection with the stone.
He actually didn't drop a stone.
RodjER's kind of in trouble. I mean, he's going to take a heavy bit of damage there in response, and with Afterlife coming in, the trees block him off. A bit of a misplay there from the Earth Spirit. Afterlife will lose his life. SoNNeikO's coming in. Has got the Maledict. Slayer coming across, trying to stop Dendi from chasing down ALOHADANCE. He should be fine. The level 1 Maledict.
Windstalk later on, but Lich Armor is going to be really dominant. If they throw it on the Ursa, Broodmother can't really do too much.
Look at this. People. Afterlife actually come in with the teleport top, looking to bully Crystallize. Buys time for Slayer to come in with the crush. He has the Warcry armor, but with 4 heroes surrounding him and the tree is blocking him up as well. That's a very clean kill for Vega. And it was sort of at the same time that this mid lane happens. This mid lane is not any better for NaVi. They end up losing the Witch Doctor. ALOHADANCE
TP's out as well.
Gets out. Should be fine here with the fountain regen, and indeed he is.
Damn.
Very smart moves there from Vega. Seeing the go being made mid by Witch Doctor, and immediately...
Longest time that I can remember.
Yeah, always has a pretty solid lane, and well...
Speaking of
could
him,
be
though.
RodjER is there, can offer some backup, but there's a lot of members coming in on Vega. Afterlife TP's in, Raw's there to hold back the Nature's Prophet. Slayer does finally go down. They've got the Sprout onto General, trying to juke it out in the tree line, but Afterlife G and Zayac are hot on the case. He'll cut his way through, and he's back in. G's got the vision, Zayac lays it down with the blast. Will claim that Beastmaster, so Vega loses Slayer. Slaughter, but they do get the general kill. So again, another trade. Vega Squadron. He's laying ALOHADANCE level 9 now on the Ursa. And looks to be going straight for the Mask of Man himself to face.
Oh my god, Dendi! Be careful.
Oh jeez, he has to calm down.
Oh
Dendi!
My goodness.
My god. Living on the edge there. They do have the Maledict down onto the bear. He's silenced as well, but Slayer's there. Comes in with the crush. Holds back the spiders, and ALOHADANCE, he's just going to turn and maybe bring down RodjER. RodjER, one more touch and he's gone. Slayer,
oh, he gets him.
He does. ALOHADANCE gets the kill. They are coming over.
Book 1 is online. They've got Magnetized as well. They've got a good amount of team fight here in comparison to Vega.
This is such a risk for Vega to force it. Now we have to jump in straight away with the stun into the Primal Roar. Magnetize is down. Slayer coming forward. The Nature's Wrath bouncing around. They have the stun out onto Slayer. Slayer's gone, but RodjER, he'll lose his life in return. ALOHADANCE trying to get himself away, but again gets stunned up. NaVi pick up a second. Double kill though for G. They're finding the trades. Vega Afterlife tries for the TP out, but he doesn't make it. Vega, they've lost 4. G will be the only one lucky enough to get himself out of there. As NaVi, they take the team fight, they move straight into the pit, and with Dendi's Desolator, damage.
Oh, he's actually alive. The animation doesn't look like it's working, though. I'm not even seeing him casting the teleport. He's just standing still for me.
It looks a bit weird sometimes.
Is that happening for you, too?
Yeah, he's just sort of standing there AFK, and then he disappears. And Dendi,
with that DD.
Tough. Bottom lane, SoNNeikO's just getting dove up on here. ALOHADANCE dies behind the tier 2 with the speed of the phase boost of the Mask of Madness. Gets the kill, gets out. Dendi will find the tier 1 trade in response, but Vega bottom lane, keeping this push on. G, Afterlife, and Zayac moving on. ALOHADANCE just going absolutely crazy as he jumps hero to hero. Picks up another kill for himself.
This is such a standard Aloha game right here.
Run at them.
This is what he does. Bottom lane, Lich.
Looks like he's left behind. Will be punished there. And they kill G. It's a Viper. He's got a fair bit of magic resistance, not enough armor and such, though, to deal with that sort of a beatdown. Big kill, and yeah, G getting punished a fair few times now. Balls are there to keep Slayer off from slithering in. Does have ALOHADANCE around. We'll see if ALOHADANCE sees a chance to jump in for a free pick off.
Oh, he definitely wants to go in.
He absolutely does. He wants to find someone. The ball does get moved to him, but it doesn't get the attacking in time, so he still gets the blink off, gets the kill. SoNNeikO throws back the cast, but Slayer's in there with the crush, holds back the Witch Doctor, and ALOHADANCE will be allowed to jump on top of the blink, so still very solid progression on this Beastmaster. No one really getting too left behind this game. Farm's looking pretty good on all cores. Yeah. Of course, to that slight lead for NaVi, but very, very close here, 22 minutes in. No,
they make the jump.
They've caught him, that's the big one. ALOHADANCE getting brought down very low. Can they keep him alive? They cannot. He's gone for 50. Slayer tried to come in to help him. He'll slither himself away, but there's Dendi jumping forward on the spider, gets the touch in. General's up there as well. And with these blinks, they've just got so much chase, NaVi, that they pick up a second. RodjER, a little bit deep. He may just bring down the Lich with him, though, and he does. Gets a third for NaVi. He'll take that. make sure that the fight is incredibly convincing for the team, that there's no chance for Vega to do anything about this Rosh, as Roshan spawns at the perfect time for NaVi. It's the longer respawn, but it hits just in time for them to come in after this team fight. Afterlife is there, he's playing around.
Oh, but he gets blinked on instantly.
But there's 3 blink daggers. You cannot poke at this team when they've got this amount of jump. NaVi get a 4th, they get Roshan, Aegis into the hands of Dendi, Cheese into the hands of Crystallize. No further catch there. General did not have the Roar available, and even if it was there with the full duration BKB, probably would not have tried for it. But look towards G though instead. General now has the Roar, drops it down on G. G gets forced back once. Slayer in with the Corrosive Haze onto Dendi. The chain frost as well. It's going to be pretty nice bouncing between Dendi and Crystallize. Crystallize pops the BKB. They'll take down Slayer. They'll jump forward for G. Crystallize focusing down ALOHADANCE on the side. General's there as well. They have the Death Ward down. NaVi grab 2. Vega losing G as well by looks of it. The Maledict and Stormhammer will burst him down. NaVi lose Dendi, but again, the team fight definitely going their way. They find 3. Oh, no, that'd be a huge catch to get, and because of that, General's allowed to jump in. Slayer's there with a response, gets the 2-man crush to buy some time, and now with the BKB and the ult, he turns back to Rodj, but Rodj rolls out in time, will survive as he's healed up by the Voodoo Restoration. And he'll get him a will self away. Dendi now moving in. Slayer again with the crush, but Crystallize again, perfect positioning, jumps into place, gets the stun down onto ALOHADANCE, picks up a 2nd. Crystallize is consistently impressing in this game, as he's coming in with some very tight carry performance on the Sven. How do you stop this push?
Jump in right away.
Straight indeed onto ALOHADANCE. He does get forced to the side. Chain Frost is thrown out, but Dendi just BKBs, mans up against the bear. ALOHADANCE still alive for the time being, heading back. Dendi moves forward. It will end up getting himself Hex, as now Vega can turn, beat down on the Spider. That's the Aegis pop. SoNNeikO getting brought down by G. Crystallize comes in with the stun. RodjER jumping forward as well. Gets the 3-man boulder smash off into the Magnetize. He will get taken down almost early. He uses himself, buys some time. Again, oh, he's the cheese. Rolls out. It doesn't matter. Not going to make it. The Bears there ready and waiting, as NaVi actually lose the Aegis. They lose the cheese. They lose 2 heroes. And Vega, they do hold on to that. So a very strong defense. That would be huge. BKB still on cooldown for 15 seconds. Oh, he's been RTZ'd. There's no way to chop his way out. Jump forward, has the Halberd, which will slow down ALOHADANCE a little bit. And yeah, indeed, with the Spider's appearance, ALOHADANCE, he has to run. He can't hide. Zayac and G are there. Slayer does come forward. Now they can look to turn. Crystallize BKB's back up, but he's been Viper Strike. The kite is real. He's slowed down, has to blink himself away. Dendi still trying to fight up against ALOHADANCE, but there's Afterlife. This Hex on the Nature's Prophet, changing absolutely everything at this stage of the game, and suddenly Vega
wanted to just end it there.
Great plays from Afterlife as well. Did, of course, cost him the use of that buyback to get in.
And now he's dead.
And now he is. He's not getting out of this. Slayer. I mean, it's the cute little 3-man crush, but there's just no damage follow-up at the time. Zayac throws out a Chain Frost. And still backing off G, being moved forward, but SoNNeikO there. Crystallize is just ready to turn. Drops down the stun. Death Ward's there, takes down the Lich. They'll move forward onto G. He's surrounded by NaVi. Woo! This time, this fight should be the end of the game, as a double kills there for Crystallize. G will buy back. They're trying their best to hold on, but NaVi, with 4 members ready to beat down and take...
NaVi taunting as well in front of the tier 4s.
Oh, ALOHADANCE, he's trying for it. Straight in with the BKB, looking towards General. General forced back. At the Earthshot, but now NaVi just turned. Stuns there with the Maledict, paralyzing cask as well. ALOHADANCE is gone for 77. GG well played is called as they finally tap out, and NaVi take game 1. A few hiccups towards the end, but overall, very convincing for NaVi and very strong. Crystallize. So Bloodseeker and IO can get fun, you know. If they start to get them low with the coil sprays, then suddenly the G Pro.
Yeah, he could get dove right now. This could be a little bit of a problem. Depending on the shards, they're able to... Crystallize is trying to juke him out, but nope. Perfect by Slayer. And yeah, he's going to die once.
Actually pops the 1 charges, but yeah, not coil into TPs. Could turn around the fight.
IO's level 4. They're starting to stack up Ancients, but... Oh, this is the combo that we were talking about. Like Will was saying, Ricky is extremely good versus the puck for this reason, and if you have a cog on top, the cogs on top of that, it's perfect.
Mid lane, RodjER into the ice shards, and nowhere for SoNNeikO to run. That will push him quite close to the 6.
Yeah, and look how low this Bristle's getting, but Of course, the IO having that healing salve as well to make sure that he's sustained, but Clockwork rotating in as well. They get the hook shot.
Hook shot, yeah, this is perfect. Smoke cloud is down. And you can see Zayac just being focused by RodjER. They do have the Shrine here.
Shrine, though.
The tether is going to do a lot. And in fact, they just turn. The quill sprays start to stack up. Crystallize turns up. ALOHADANCE is trying to finish off General. General gets stream caught by Afterlife. He's on the high ground. Ice Pass there holding him back. General, can he survive this? Surely not. No, finally goes down. He can't get himself away from that. And indeed, just always a risk fighting around a Shrine, especially when it's a team with an IO, as you saw there. You just cannot kill IO plus his tethered target by a Shrine at this stage of the game. You just don't have the damage. Zayac may get punished for this, though. He's outside. He's going to try for a relocate home. He's not going to make it. RodjER jumps in.
Doesn't really have like incredibly good right click and base hitters. Crystallize bottom getting manned up mid, though. Afterlife doesn't have the orb up. Uses the coil to save him. And bottom, here we go. Ghost Shroud is on cooldown. Getting engaged on again.
Yeah,
got the Reaper's side, though. It's not quite enough.
Oh, if that got the kill and the regen was there, maybe he would have been able to live it long enough for him and the Jakiro to turn it around. But indeed, very low at the moment. A hook shot off the mark there. General tries to close in onto Afterlife, but is unable to do so. Then he will get the tower denied. Top lane, SoNNeikO hung around for a little too long. ALOHADANCE chases him down with the quill sprays, takes him out. Bottom lane, G is going to try for this. Does have Tusk with him as well, and that is going to allow them to cancel the TP. Silenced up, there's no escape for that Reaper.
Like some farm and some levels in order to really be able to take the fights for this team. But that being said, bottom, Dendi gets the stun on Afterlife. The Laguna as well.
Always close, but it's not enough. Afterlife tries to get out. Oh, okay, they still get it. But now Dendi's been smoked up. Can they find it? Stun down onto Bristol. Bloodbright's there, forcing NaVi to split. Vega should have a good chance of finding RodjER. Can he play his way out of this one? Oh, he'll jump, but the snowball ends up connecting onto two. War's Punch finishes off the Riki. And NaVi, they're trying to man up here. Looking towards G. Dendi just pummels into him.
Big Bristle.
Oh, this is beautiful as well for Dendi and his Bloodstone. He gets a couple of kills. 15 charges now up for him. ALOHADANCE teasing around in the edge of the fight.
Necro's coming. Io's coming too to help Aloha.
Crystallize
Necro is there. Necro can really turn the tides of this one.
NaVi to come in and maybe take this fight. Ice Path's not going to connect. War's Punch to try and hold back General. General still has the hook shot if he wants to get nice and deep. And there he goes, straight in onto the IO. Crystallize is there. Pops down the Reaper's side. That's going to be the IO down for 40. Bloodbright not going to make the connection. Crystallize has been ruptured. Can NaVi keep him alive? Ice Path trying to hold back ALOHADANCE. RodjER moving forward. They kind of need Dendi for this. Or maybe they don't. I mean, RodjER, he just jumps forward. He takes down the Tusk. Looks like they don't need Dendi. Dendi at the moment on the top half of the map. NaVi are doing this one just as a format. So hard.
Bottom lane.
SoNNeikO,
this is fine.
A little bit deep, but
he gets the tower. You can see actually exactly what he's doing. Like we were saying, he has max liquid fire. He's just running directly at towers and just liquid firing, and they're gonna get the return kill on the IO at least.
Tries for the TP out. And the battery assault. No chance of that because of Dendi.
They're going aggressive here. Slayer in some trouble here. Look at this, the right click.
Chance to react. Oh no, there's not. Now, can they get Aloha? That's a pretty tough target. They do have Reaper's side. They know that the Shrine's already been popped. Afterlife does manage to juke out the stun. Ice Path make the connection fight with the Reaper's side. They're holding him down. It's not enough damage though. Jumps out. There's the Bloodbright with the Dream Coil. It's going to get the silence out on all three. They'll take down Dendi. Necro trying for the TP out. Crystallize will escape, but the rest of NaVi don't look to be as fortunate. SoNNeikO's down. Vega striking back. Shards won't clip RodjER. He'll get away. NaVi getting a little too ahead of themselves. They're trying to fight up into the high ground like that. It was just a recipe for disaster. Being on those steps with Dream Coil, with Bloodbright available, it's such a hard fight for you to take. And in fact, now RodjER could be in trouble. They've got the dust, they've got the vision. He'll try and run himself away, but the balls from the IO are flying through. He has the ult to buy himself sometime, but he should certainly be going down as well.
RodjER gonna get a courier snipe here.
He's looking for it. Yep, and he's got it. Top lane. Dendi.
Is that 2 or 3 courier snipes from this game so far? At least 2.
That's a couple at least, yeah.
Dendi, the reload's coming. Another dust pops out. He's gonna have to suicide.
He's got to kill himself.
Yep.
He does.
He did it.
He's out. He's gone. That's going to be some of the Bloodstone charges in the bin, but at least, yeah, stopping Vega getting the bounty of getting that kill on him. The chase down for General, though. Vega looking for more. General with the clock.
He's got no neutrals to hook. Oh, now the neutral spawn. Is he going to hook him?
Oh, can he get himself out of there? He has been ruptured, though. Oh. Not necessarily the hook shot he wants to make, and indeed he can't. He can't find the stun. Hookshot still on cooldown, now it's back. But Afterlife jumps in with the two-man Dream Coil. Vega, they're ready to go. Blood right down. Will clip onto both Crystallize and RodjER. Ice Path from SoNNeikO holding back ALOHADANCE. They really want to fight here, Vega. NaVi, they do though as well. General hookshot's in onto Zayac, and with the Laguna Blade, that will blow the IO up. NaVi now try to move forward for more. Blood rights down. RodjER to get himself out. SoNNeikO will be silenced. Light Strike will be duped out by the Snowball. The Slayer comes back in, but he's back into the clutches of NaVi. RodjER jumps forward, takes down another. There'll be a buyback from Zayac, trying to keep ALOHADANCE alive, but the Reaper Strike comes through, and that's ALOHADANCE down for 85 seconds. Vega, they've got to run. Zayac's going to be back up with a relocate. Dendi maybe seeing if he can get some sort of a wraparound here onto G. He's sort of stuck on the high ground, General. He's got eyes on him, forces himself forward, has the cog block. Dendi, can he get in range for the Light Strike? Yes, he can. They've got the cat. Vega do have ALOHADANCE on the front lines. They really do want to try and stop this, and in fact, Afterlife jumps forward, does get the Dream Coil onto 2, but they're still out of range of the Blood Right. Dendi puts the BKB, holds his ground. Mid lane
getting focused.
Trying to go hammer onto Crystallize. They'll snowball in. Crystallize heals himself back up. IO's there with the tether onto Slayer. Dendi's already been brought down. There's the Reaper Scythe. NaVi will find one kill in return. RodjER turns towards Slayer, gets another. Crystallize still alive in the midst of his all Ghost Shrouds, but he gets taken off by the Diffusal Blade. Vega hitting back incredibly hard here. RodjER, can he survive? It's a nice ult from SoNNeikO, doing a lot of damage. General comes in with a hook shot. In fact, G's G can't get himself out of this. ALOHADANCE still up, but he's getting kited around. Yulzed up. They do lose the Riki. Only 2 alive on both of these sides here. Afterlife and
Dendi's up soon. That Bloodstone.
Back in. General, cogs in a couple of seconds for the control. Afterlife's up to the high ground. They do have a shrine here, Vega. General now being turned upon. A bash would do wonders for ALOHADANCE, but he doesn't find it in the first couple of hits. Takes up the cogs, jump across them from Afterlife, but in fact with a blade mail, Afterlife's got to get himself out. Throws down the orb. Rocket will connect, but Afterlife keeping the middle lane pushed in whilst this is all going on. Both teams having all ultimates available.
RodjER wants to start the fight.
Oh, but there's a sentry down. He's been bashed up, does get the ult off. Slayer being brought down low. Zayac with the tether. There's General. Straight in the midst of it all with a hook shot. Gets 2 in the cogs, allowing SoNNeikO to lay down the combo, bringing Zayac down low. That's going to be the IO getting popped. G pops the BKB, turns towards General. NaVi, they're back in the pit. They get Aegis onto the hands of Dendi. And now General, he's playing around with them. Finally goes down on the clock, but jump forward. Laguna Blade's there from Dendi. Brings down the Bloodseeker. Vega, they've lost 2. RodjER being turned back upon by ALOHADANCE, has the vision, bashes him out, will claim a second. 2 for 2, but Dendi continuing to chase. Silver Edge hits there onto the bristle, but he doesn't have the control, can't quite find the stun. Will pick off a casual courier on the way down. Looks towards Slayer. Slayer with the snowball, dodges the last CS, punches Dendi up. Can Slayer get out? He can't. Dragon Slave from Dendi's enough to secure the kill. No.
It was a slight mistake, but they still are able to claim the racks, and 16,000 gold lead for NaVi, forcing tons of buybacks. It's looking very good for them. They still have the cheese, they still have the Aegis, and Crystallize is very healthy.
And look at this.
Look at this.
Diving in deep. General straight up spots G out, goes in with the hook shot, and that's G gone for 90 seconds. No buyback available on this Bloodseeker. ALOHADANCE doing his best to try and keep General and Dendi away. Only a little low on the mana, but a few seconds with that Bloodstone and he should be back in a good place. At 70 without G. Yul set up into the Ice Path. ALOHADANCE in a whole world of pain. Reaper Scythe comes in, doesn't get the initial kill, but it does get the kill nonetheless. Doesn't matter because buyback is there. ALOHADANCE goes straight back in, but they've lost another. Buyback from the IO. Vega throwing everything in for this last defense. They've got the 3-man Dream Coil. Do they have the follow-up? ALOHADANCE looking towards Crystallize, but NaVi just stand their ground. Take down the tier 3. BKB out on ALOHADANCE, but he's still taking so much right click from Dendi. Dendi, Light Strike onto Slayer. Dendi gets the double kill. Dendi, he takes down another. They're all dead apart from this Zayac IO, and he is the last to pop.
Oh my, yeah,
it
honestly.
was not a triumph. He won't be making a note. This was not a great success. Vega are out in this series. 2-0. NaVi